think we might be ready. And by we, I mean you two and not me. Paradox Pokemon.
Yeah, I got the Wikipedia page up.
That's what I was going for. All right.
I'm pulling them up on Showdown.
That was another one, my next option.
That is not a paradox.
Welcome to the Game Corner, another video game podcast. My name is Harrison. You might know me online as Ixen, and I am joined by my friends.
Rowan, you might know me as Mocha. I'm getting ready to give Orlando these iron hands.
Oh, that was so bad.
Ooh. And this is Sheldon. Probably know me as Captain Unova.
That was, I think, by far the smoothest we've done that intro. I think we're all alert and ready for it and have been slapped by iron hands.
Sure, alert right now. That's me.
There we go. Better than last time. You're here with us today.
I wasn't going to say it, but you did. That's fine. Welcome, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome if it's your first time. Cool. Fantastic. Glad you're here. We're the Game Corner. We're going to talk about Paradox Pokemon today. Because if y'all haven't noticed, Series 1 is dead. Series 1 is dead to us all. Series 2 is the way of the future. With Orlando coming up in, by the time y'all are listening to this, not many weeks. 2 weeks? Two-ish weeks.
2-ish, yeah.
That'll be series, we'll be, actually, in 2 weeks from now, we'll be in Series 2 officially.
Yep, less than 2 weeks.
Not that it means a whole lot, yeah. Well,
yeah.
Yes. From recording, it's 2 weeks and a day. From the day this releases, it's been 2 days of the series. But Paradox Pokemon are the new thing, and luckily, thank you y'all at who do Showdown. We have the Series 2 ladder right now, so we can actually get some practice in.
And the open sheets option, so nice.
Yes.
That's
lovely.
I wish it was
We needed
forced.
that.
I also wish it was forced, but I will settle for just verbally berating everyone who rejects it. So
I've held back doing that today because I was like, what do you know? Just do it. See, like someone, it's fine if you forget because like I think Sheldon, you play on mobile, you don't see it, right?
Yeah.
But if you just reject it, no.
I'm never gonna say anything like mean, but I will just type boo repeatedly.
Yeah.
I'll
be like, I just go rude. Like
I want to practice.
Well, especially whenever like they reject it. Like if it's just nothing at all, like I can live with that. Like okay,
right.
You just didn't.
I've only had the rejection a couple of times.
But like when you like reject it, that's like a slap in the face. Like because like I immediately like accept. Here's my team sheet.
Now, also, to be fair, I've been the guy who forgot. Like, I looked over at chat and I was like, oh no, I forgot and we've already started now. I was going to click accept.
I like to, I've had that, and then I've had people like send me their team sheet separately, like out of good faith, which is really nice.
Oh, that's a good idea.
I'll send mine back. There's actually a command on Showdown. You can do show team hide stats and it'll give you an open sheet.
Oh, nice.
But you can't, they needed this tool to make it so it was like consensual, like not consensual, mutual.
So what I suggest, because I know the people who write Showdown listen to our podcast, is have a checkbox that says always accept open team sheets.
That would be nice.
So then I don't have to think about it. It's just
like the no spectators, like how we have that. Yeah,
that's exactly my thought.
I know a guy on the dev team, and they were saying that the reason that they don't have it forced is because they didn't want to, like they were going to do 2 ladders, but they didn't want to split the player base too much, which I get.
Sure, I think that makes sense. But the checkbox to at least like
that would be
accept,
nice for sure, because there's already a checkbox to like have battle timer start immediately and so on. I feel like this wouldn't be that crazy.
Have I never noticed that?
I think it's in your settings.
Yeah, I turn it off because it doesn't work well for tours. Like whenever people do tournaments and Showdown, you don't want the timer going until the game actually starts. You got to like open your rooms all in a row. But yeah,
that makes sense.
Actually, a pretty nice setting. If all you're doing is laddering anyway.
I don't see that. Am I dumb?
I can show it to you after the podcast, but
Fair enough.
There we go.
you want to
Yeah.
We'll have
wasting time.
We'll have a showdown lesson later.
yeah. Series 1 is dead unless you're me playing USPA, and then you still have to play Series 1 for a couple more weeks.
Yes.
So we're all playing USPA, which is a topic that we've been meaning to mention on the pod for I think 2 episodes already, and we just haven't. But we're all playing USPA for our.
Are you on Team Florida?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, that's awesome.
So yeah, I am sad because I missed the sign up for this week because I was gonna play Series 1 this week, and then I just missed it. I was busy Sunday when he put out when my manager put out the thing. I was like, oh no, I was so sad. I don't have to play Series 1. Oh no. Anywho, Paradoxmon.
Yeah. That is the only difference between Series 1 and 2, by the way. We are allowed Paradoxmons. We are not allowed Ruinous Legends just yet. So.
Nor are we allowed Cinderace or Charizard. Or I think the was it like Alolan Persian or one of them is.
And then I think Greninja
Berserker
is also confirmed coming to the game, and we can't use that either.
It is.
Yes,
it's the next 7-star raid.
That was going to be our news for the end of the podcast, y'all. But spoilers, we have the raid stuff.
Breaking news.
Breaking as like 2 days ago, 4 or 5 by the time this recording is out. So how y'all want to do this? We have
down
a bunch.
List?
Just to go down the list and talk about each one.
We could alternate past and future, or we could just go straight down the list in order. I'm fine with either.
I'm fine with numerical order because why not?
Okay, so let's start with Great Tusk.
So Great Tusk is the Donphan, past Scarlet Paradox, right? Ground fighting and has some stats. What are
It
they?
has some stats, all right.
Yes.
This thing has crazy attack in the 130s, and I think its defense is also 130. I don't actually have the base stats pulled up.
131 and 131.
Okay, so yeah, right on that one.
And 115 HP.
Yeah.
So I do want to point something out real quick. So I'm totally stealing this because I was listening to Little Roots Paradox tier list episode that came out yesterday before recording our own Paradox Pokemon episode. So shout out to them. But they pointed out that all of the Paradoxmon have 570 base total, and then except for Roaring Moon and Iron Valiant, which have 590.
Yes.
Which I didn't know. That was kind of
so they're
cool.
all none of them are as good as pseudo legendaries, at least in terms of base stat total. Their allocation of stats is very good.
Yes.
And a lot of their tools are very good.
Very similar to Ultra Beast, how they are very competitively like the stat distribution.
Exactly.
For the most part.
So Great Tusk's only real weakness is it has like a middling speed stat. It's not fast, and it also isn't Trick Room, so you kind of have to like give it speed control directly. Like it needs Tailwind, it needs something, right? It can't just
I've seen a lot of Scarf ones.
Scarf works. It really wants AV because its special defense is pretty bad.
I was gonna say that,
but I've seen some with Sash. But yeah, you can go Tailwind, Life Orb, and just go Burr. It's really frail. Also, like obviously the physical defense is really nice, but it runs generally Headlong Rush and Close Combat. And I think it's like the only relevant mon that gets Headlong Rush until we get the Arceus ones, unless I'm mistaken.
I think I've seen it on a few other things. I think
Hariyama.
Hariyama gets Headlong Rush.
Yes,
apparently.
Okay.
Yeah, because I've ran into that. Because I know I've seen it before.
Okay. Well, at least the only stab Headlong Rush that's relevant.
Yes.
So, but both of those are like they're the same move with different types. They lower both of your defenses, so you're just hitting things really hard and then making yourself really frail. I in particular love seeing this thing because Palafin just
wrecks it.
Yeah, with priority.
With priority, yes. I think we've all jumped Dozo ship to the Palafin ship
to the
now.
Palafin ship, which in turn, which has a hard time with a couple other Paradox mons, which we can get down to later. But,
absolutely.
But yeah, Palafin is the wave.
But yeah, so anything else of note? It has a lot of cool coverage. Specifically, Ice Spinner is a neat move that it gets because it's one of the. Actually, now that I have Bulbapedia pulled up, what Pokemon get Ice Spinner?
A lot.
Quite a few.
It's
actually more than I thought.
It's pretty good distribution. I was running it on Dragonite. Like pretty much anything
I knew
with a high
Dragonite
attack
got
stat.
it. Dreadnought gets it, but I was looking for another Pokemon that got it. But Great Tusk and Iron Shreds and Iron Bundle all get it. Oh. Anyway, that's a cool new move that gives it a terrain and whatnot. But
It's got the basic though, kind of like it's got the 2 stabs and then rock slide. That's pretty much.
Yeah, you
like,
kind of
all
know
you
what you're gonna
usually
get
see
with
with it.
this.
Yeah,
Which is
like
cool.
you can like it can run with a bunch of different items. It's strong. It's not slow, and it has good physical defense. So like, I think it just slots into team. It's never going to be like the centerpiece of your team, but it slots in nicely. If you need that coverage, it'll do a really good job on ground and fighting coverage. Although it is competing a little bit with Iron Hands, which is a hard place to be. Yeah. So want to move on to Screamtail?
Screamtail is the
I actually love this
fancy
thing.
Jigglypuff.
I don't know if it's going to be good, but I love it anyway. It's like bulky and fast with terrible attack, but it's okay because you can just use it for all kinds of weird utility stuff. And like, it gets Trick Room. It has 111 speed, 115 def, 99 defense, and 115 HP. So it's bulky as all get out and really speedy. You can set screens. You can do Perish Song, which I think is the scariest thing this thing can do. Like I think the bulkiest Perish setter before this that people defaulted to was Azu. And Azu's not actually that bulky. It's just you give it Sap
Or
Sipper.
that or Polytoad.
Yeah, which isn't in the game.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's rip. I wish Polytoad was in the
It
game.
would be nice. I love my Pelipper, but Poly's probably better. But yeah, no, I mean, Screamtail is by far the best.
It gets some interesting
Perish
stuff
Song.
too.
I have not played with this,
Yeah,
but now I want to.
you get fast screens. You get fast T-Wave. Like,
It's something interesting too. It gets Noble Roar, which is actually kind of cool.
what is
Lowers
that?
lowers attack and special attack by 1.
Interesting.
To one or both opponents?
Both. Oh, to one.
Okay.
So targeted, but
Yeah.
it's kind of utility there. Kind of not charm, but what's the one that? There's one that lowers by 1. Uses charm.
Yes.
One of them.
Also, it's roar too. Isn't it the same? No, not roar. Snarl is just special.
Yeah, Snarl's just
That's right.
special.
That's
And
right.
it does a little bit of damage, but
That's right.
yeah, it gets Encore, so you got fast Encores.
Yeah.
It does. I feel like I've seen it a couple times. I haven't seen it do much, but there's something there.
Yeah. Like, it doesn't have any real offensive pressure, but like
No,
But
all of
support-
that, just all the disruption it can do, and the fact that you can't remove it from the field easily, like I think it will probably end up performing reasonably well. Like on niche teams, it's not splashable at all, but you can like do something with it.
yeah.
Someone who knows what they're doing for team building can
Yeah.
make this work.
I honestly just want to make a Perish Trap team with this. I've never even like seriously done Perish Trap, but it seems like it would just be so fun.
Perish Song is so much fun.
You have a Perish Song story coming up, I'm certain,
Yeah. Well,
in
in
a couple
second.
of mon. Yeah.
Although you might be the best person to talk about the next one too, which is Brute Bonnet.
Brute Bonnet. Unga Bungus. I love this thing. I love this thing. It's not Among Us.
It's not,
No.
and I think that's the biggest thing.
It plays completely different than Among Us, but it offers some stuff too. It's super bulky, so go down to stats. 111 HP, 127 attack, 99 defense, 99 special defense, and speed's 55. I mean, not as slow as Among Us, but whatever.
So what you're looking at is a bulkier Among Us with a real attack stat.
Attacks.
And
A
also-
scary high attack stat.
yeah. So
And faster. Not that it means a whole lot of that range,
Yeah.
but slightly faster.
a lot of people
Yeah.
run 252 Adamant Brute Bonnet, which then outspeeds Dragapult in Tailwind, which is kind of wild, actually. Yeah.
That is wild.
So it gets Spore, which Spore is so good you'll never not run Spore.
You get Spore and Rage Powder, which redirection is.
A lot of people are
cannot run
not.
it.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are skipping Rage Powder at this point because the thing about Brute Bonnet is, despite its defensive stats being so good, its defensive typing is pretty bad compared
Yeah,
to Among
Grass
Us.
and Dark is not
That
a
sucks.
good defensive typing. I like it personally because I like just the redirection. Sometimes, like, just that one turn of redirection is what you need.
Even
So it's
if
good to have the option.
even if you sacrifice your
Yeah, even if
Unova
it's
for
going
it.
down. Yeah,
Yeah, sometimes it's very useful. It depends whether you want non-priority because you'll always run Spore. You'll always run like a grass attack.
Seed Bomb.
Seed Bomb.
Seed Bomb is the
I've
strongest.
seen Bullet Seed, but yeah, Seed Bomb's better. and then Sucker Punch is pretty much non-negotiable.
And that's like one of my favorite things about it is having Sucker Punch, having a priority on it.
Yeah,
because it doesn't matter if you have Tailwind, doesn't matter if you have Trick Room. Like this thing can hit you with a stab priority.
Yep.
Off of base 127 attack, and it's probably adamant.
And hopefully you don't set up Sun for it, because then
it's
you
plus
you're
one,
getting
or plus 1 or 1.3. It's a life orb boost. It's
whatever,
nuts. And it obviously wants to be next to Torkoal anyway. So like since it's slow,
Sure.
yeah, it's wild. And I was going to say, it basically comes down to like Rage Powder versus like Crunch. Because if they're smart and they know you only have Sucker Punch, then they can play around Sucker Punch.
You can play around that, yeah.
Yeah. I was looking at to see what other physical dark move it got, and Crunch is probably the best. I mean, you can maybe be fancy with Payback, but
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's risking a lot.
I mean, it's
it also gets like close combat for,
which is kind of wild, which lets it win the mirror too.
Yes.
That's true.
Yeah.
Interestingly, go ahead.
Sorry, it loses hard to Amoonguss because it has the same issue as Meowscarada in that it's 4 times weak to Pollen Puff.
Yep.
It's actually really funny to see, like, when you open Amoonguss versus a Meowscarada, you can just be like, well, I could sleep your partner, or I could literally Oko, like, something with an Amoonguss, which is wild. But, like, yeah, it does, like, over 50% to Brute Bonnet, too, just by its bulk, just because of that 4x.
Sure.
Yep. Yeah, you don't want to be facing down an Amoonguss with your Brute Bonnet, but I like it though, just it because it brings a lot of offensive pressure compared to your typical Amoonguss set. Now, I think if you're running like a Trick Room team, something like that, and you just need the wall, definitely keep running Amoonguss.
Sure.
But if you kind of want something that can come in, you can Sucker Punch or put something to sleep, then I think Brute Bonnet.
Yeah. It's like if Breloom and Amoonguss had a baby.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
And had bad typing.
Yeah. Yeah, because the fairy weakness hurts a lot too. Like that is real, having a fairy weakness in this format.
Yeah, especially because the next mon we're going to talk about.
The next mon, Fluttermane. So mischievous with bad hair.
Or way better hair. I don't know.
Or better hair, yeah, with more
majestic.
Of a mane.
And a mohawk. I never realized it had like a mohawk.
Oh, it does.
Interesting.
Anyway.
Spike Hawk, yeah.
Yeah.
It does look super cool. It's a glass cannon, though.
Yes.
So its stats are 55 for HP, attack, and defense, and then 135 for special attack, special defense, and speed.
It seems like a fantasy mon. Like
this is an Ultra Beast.
Wild. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's special Kartana.
Yep, special Kartana. Exactly.
I think this thing is not as good as people thought it was going to be, because I think everybody got PTSD from seeing it next to Chi-Yu in pre-series 1 before we knew what was going to be legal. But it's still really good. Like you can't look at those stats and say it's bad. Like
yes, you slap a focus sash on it, you're getting at least one hit off with it,
and that hit's gonna hit like a truck.
And because it has that even special attack and speed, you get to choose whether photosynthesis does special attack or speed based on your nature. And so, like you can either be the second fastest thing in the meta, we'll get to the fastest thing shortly, or you can just hit ridiculously hard, free life orb. Yeah, kind of wild. And then it also just like all the past mons, it functions really well with Torkoal. Like you get that boost and it can just be your fast mode in a Trick Room team that likes to hit things with Eruption. Like, yeah, I think this thing is going to, even though it's not as scary as we thought it was going to be, I think it's going to shape the meta a lot just by existing.
Yeah,
it's still going to put in a lot of work.
Yeah, and I've seen sets too. I've seen almost supporty kind of sets. I've seen people run substitute on them.
You were running a Perish Trap, or at least Perish Song. Yeah.
Yes, and that is one of my absolute favorite because what. You can run maybe coverage if you want, but you get Shadow Ball, Dazzling Gleam. You can hit a couple things pretty hard, and if you somehow pick up a KO, like if you pick up 2 KOs with that and whatever you lead with, right off the bat, it's an instant win because you can Perish Song and then the game's over.
And you're faster, so you're probably gonna get it off.
Yep.
And yeah, it's got kind of that Gengar syndrome, right? Where like despite being frail, because it always wants to run Sash, you can throw support on it and get away with it.
Yep.
So like, yeah, I've seen Taunt. I've even seen Combined, weirdly enough, because like the
I've
special
seen
defense is
Combine
good
once.
enough that like
Oh,
if
yeah.
you're just trying to be a special wall, that works.
It's crazy to me because like I've lived like I'm focused Sash, but no defensive investments except for like 4 HP. Live another Shadow Ball from another Flutter Mane.
Huh.
You know, with like 35 HP left or something, I'm like that doesn't seem right.
Yeah.
But
I just looked it up. It does not get Nasty Plot. That would be busted.
it does not.
Oh.
It doesn't get any set or other than Combine.
Combine's the only setup, I think. Yeah.
It gets Pain Split. You could do some
gets
weird thing. You
Pain
could pain.
Split.
You could
Ooh,
Pain
off of your
Split.
Sash, yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, I mean, you can probably
fake
do more than
it gets
half than
fake
most
tears.
things. I've actually seen some like what was it? There's some other mon that people were not fake tears. We'll get to it later, but there's another Paradox mon we're going to see further down that can use booster energy to be faster than Flutter Mane, and then use Acid Spray to half special defense,
Yes.
and then you
Yeah.
murder things with Flutter Mane.
Yeah. I know which one you're talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah, it's pretty wild. Okay, so Slitherwing.
Bug fighting, another fun type combination.
Yeah.
Is Ancient Volcarona.
I think this
Yes.
thing is slept on. And I think that Moxie, shout out to Moxie, is like showing why it's slept on. Is first,
Oh,
Yeah,
is he
he's
doing
been
something
been
cool?
right. That's been his pet lately.
first
was
impression, stab first impression off that attack stat.
Oh my
is
gosh.
actually terrifying, especially with the proto boost.
So its attack stat is 135.
Yeah.
So same as Flutter Mane special. HP 85, defense 79, special attack 85, that's fine. Special defense 105, and then 81 speed. So middling speed, okay-ish defenses if you invest right, and then that attack stat is scary.
Yeah, and it's just that priority. It does get flame charge actually, which is interesting. So you can like get those speed boosts and start smacking things with that.
I mean,
attack
it gets
stat,
flare.
right?
It gets flare blitz too. It gets
Yeah.
close combat.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
will say
I was-
bug fighting isn't an amazing typing, but just like it's interesting coverage. You can fit into
Yeah.
niches that not a lot of mons will.
Oh, I mean, wild charge, leech lives, and headbutt.
Leech
stomping
life
tantrum.
would be good
you
for-
want leash life.
Yeah,
sure.
for sustain.
Yep.
I
Yeah,
was
and-
trying to set this up on a rain team that I'm trying to build, and I mean it's not
That's
been.
actually
it-
might steal your sauce.
That's
That
fine.
sounds pretty good.
That's
yeah.
okay. We need a completely off topic. We need to the three of us need to start brewing for Orlando and practicing.
Yeah, 2 weeks. I'm a little scared, honestly.
I'm
I
terrified.
have something that's like working on ladder, but it doesn't like feel rock solid.
I need to start working on
We need to
ladder.
run some best of threes. Then we
Yeah,
need to start
yeah.
running some.
We have a pseudo announcement at the end of the pod for that, so stay tuned. But yeah, anything else for bug friend?
No, I think I'd
No.
give it a shot. I think that it's super slept on, and it's not Iron Hands, it's not Flutter Mane, it's not Brute Bonnet, but like it's good. And
Yeah.
I
It
think
doesn't need to be.
yeah,
I mean,
it
it
doesn't.
yeah.
It does.
I-
It has its own thing.
It'll fit in the right team, I feel.
So speaking of underrated mons, I
Sandy
think
Shocks.
Sandy Shocks is super slept on also. This thing is it's base 101 speed. It's the same as
101.
Garchomp. Yeah, same as and then its special attack should be in the 120s. Like
121.
it's strong, it's pretty fast, and it has like very unique typing.
Ground
Other-
electric.
Yeah,
Even has somewhat decent defenses too.
Actually,
Like,
yeah, I was gonna say its stats aren't that bad. So 85
Yeah.
HP. Like, I wish there was less attack and those 81
Bit
points were
wasted.
spent elsewhere. Yeah, because like 85, 81, defense 97, special attack 121, and special defense 85. So like, if the attack was lower and the defenses were heightened, that'd be great. But even that, where it is, it's still middling. It's not too
it
bad
is
though.
not frail by any means. Yeah,
Yeah.
and we are kind of hard up for good special ground attackers. Like there's no like Landorus Eye in
Right.
the meta right now, right? And I think Sandy Shocks might be the closest thing we have to that. So like having that powerful earth power is pretty good. It's so another thing for Moxie, this is the fastest gravity setter in the meta, which you can do
Oh.
some interesting things with it. You can gravity your zap cannon. if you want the guaranteed paralysis plus
100
crazy damage. Yeah.
120 base power
Yeah.
attack.
Yeah. It's it can do some stuff. But honestly, it's just the fact that like it's strong, it's fast, it's reasonably bulky, and it has this nice coverage. Like even special electric attackers, there's not a ton if your name isn't Rotom. Like what?
I haven't even seen that many Rotoms in
Yeah.
Series 2, like at all. I mean, they were all over the place in Series 1, I feel like.
I've
Just
seen
kind of
a-
as like a
I've seen a couple of Wash,
Dozo counter.
but I feel like that's just more of a we know how to play Wash, so we want to make Wash work.
Yeah, and I think Rain had such a good showing that like Rotom Wash is a very nice counter into Palaf and Pelipper too.
Right.
But yeah, I don't have a whole lot else on Sandy Shocks. Honestly, it's just I think
I feel like
better.
it's about in the same place as Great Tusk. I feel like
Yeah,
they're about
Sure.
they're about there in that same, because I like a lot of them I've seen have been scarfed too,
interesting. Yeah, 101 is a pretty good
because that's a good scarf speed. Yeah,
Right.
and because you're gonna be outspeed and everything, and it hits hard. But a lot of them I've seen have been scarfed when I've ran into them.
Interesting.
Okay,
Keep that in
so
mind on the ladder.
the final Pastmon is Roaring Moon.
Roaring
This
Moon.
thing is one of the two Paradox Mons with really high base stats, and it is a beast.
Yes.
So, do we think this is knockoff Mega Salamence or better Mega Salamence?
Oh, I thought in terms of lore, they just confirmed that it 100% is based on Mega Salamence, which is kind of neat. But yeah, 105 HP, 139 attack, so it's stronger than like pretty much any pseudo, I want to say. Like, and then 119 speed and 101 speed F. I think it's only, like, its lowest point is 71 defense, but like that HP leaves it like okay on the physical side.
Yep.
And like it's just really well optimized because it only has 55 in special attack, so like it's not wasting almost any base stats.
Yeah. So that's 590 is actually a good bit higher.
Distributed,
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know.
I think the most common gimmick I've seen on it is you do booster energy and then Terraflying Acrobatics.
Yep.
So
and
you
it
get
hits
that like
hard.
that stab base 110 attack with the 1.3 boost is terrifying.
Yeah. Which is kind of fitting if you think about like, Mega Salamence, that kind of fits its whole motif, the
Sure.
area light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the other thing too that's nice about that specific set is Grass Terra and just Grass Pokemon are pretty prominent,
Yeah.
Yes.
just in general.
There's not a lot
Flying.
of good flying coverage. That's what I've been noticing with the rain teams too, is that when you have double Hurricane available to you, you kind of can just like mow through stuff.
What are you using for your second Hurricane?
I'm actually not anymore. For a while, I was using. I was using. Zekrom Zeke had a Sharp Beak Dragonite with Hurricane for a bit.
Yeah.
and
Okay.
then
I saw that.
and then I
That was
switched.
what I was wondering.
And then I
if it-
switched over to Jody's Salamence, which also had Hurricane.
Does Salamence have decent enough special attack? I haven't
Yeah,
tried, I
it's
haven't
about
tried it.
it's about the same as Dragonites, I think, like low 100s.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, they. But
It's
speaking
high
of
enough
Mons
it
with,
can do damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Speaking of Mons with bad distribution, yeah, both of them are wasting a lot of their stats in special, but that
Right.
means you can actually use it. But yeah, I mean, Roaring Moon is useful for more than just that gimmick, though. I mean, it gets Tailwind, it gets Throat Chop, which is really cool because then if you're staring down a Sylveon, you're like, okay, I'm just gonna stop you from clicking Hyper Voice. Like,
Yeah,
Yep.
that's very nice. Even how was it? Farigiraf also with Hyper
has Hyper
Voice
Voice. Yep.
is another one that I've seen used a lot.
yeah, and you're actually super effective against Farigiraf, so double win there, and even if they Terra, you're still doing good.
Yeah. A lot of times you can almost just ignore the dragon coverage on it too, because I mean, what do you need dragon coverage for? Almost.
I've seen fast Breaking Swipe on it, which is an interesting
Yes.
idea.
Breaking Swipe is actually I feel like a decently good move just because it's the utility for it.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, utility, and you're still hitting really hard. Like, that's
Yeah.
spread off of that base 139, like,
Yep.
spread stab off of base 139.
It is
But,
only
I
a
mean,
base 60 attack, but
Yeah, and it's spread, so it's not doing a ton, but, like,
Yeah.
the fact that you're doing appreciable chip and lowering
Yes.
two
Yep.
attack stats at once is pretty
Yep.
nice.
yeah,
I've seen him run Iron Head too. I think probably before the
Terrace.
Sylveon.
Terra Steel is really common. It's got a similar niche to, well, I mean, it's the same typing as Hydreigon, right? So it appreciates
Yeah.
all the same Terra types. It doesn't get Levitate, which is a bit rough. Like, Hydreigon
Yeah.
really loved the fact that it could, like, do all these ground weak Terras and then
Yeah,
negate that
like Terra
weakness.
Fire and no. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, it doesn't. But it still likes all those Terra types, right? Like steel and fire to prevent the fairy, and then fire, especially because it's a physical attacker, so it can stop itself from being burned.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's some cool things there.
Yeah, it pairs really nicely with Fluttermane.
I feel like that's a lot of things.
I've seen a lot of that. Yeah, I mean,
a lot of things pair really nice with Fluttermane.
Both of these Pokemon, Fluttermane and Rowan Moon, I feel you can kind of splash onto a team.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like really fast, powerful, physical, and special attackers.
Yep.
Like,
Right.
I've seen like people are calling it Flutter Moon already. Like it's already got a little cute little name in there.
But like they don't necessarily
but
rely on another Pokemon to set up or anything.
Yeah.
Exactly. They do it themselves. I mean, you could splash them on the Trick Room teams just if you need something fast out the gate, like before you set up Trick Room.
Or at the end.
Or
like,
in the back. Or in the back.
You do you set Trick Room, you do a bunch of damage, your Trick Room runs out, all of a sudden you've got the sweeper or two in the back that'll just nuke things like at high speed. They're probably not setting their own Tailwind into your Trick Room team.
Yeah.
Unless they're bad. Or very smart.
Or very good.
Or see it coming.
It's one of the two ends, yeah.
So we're going to get into these future mons now, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
so Iron Treads, the future Don fan.
Honestly, I like the Robo thing, but I think it's worse.
I've literally never seen it.
I don't think I've seen it. I've not
seen
seen
one,
it either.
I think, and
I don't think I saw one even in the preseason.
Nope.
I saw one, and then it immediately died to Jet Punch, and I didn't think about it again. So yeah,
Ground Steel with
it's cool typing and it's decent stats. It's just not as good as the other things, you know.
It went down immediately to a Jet Punch with, I guess it's still weak, but 120 defense is not bad.
Jet Punch and Rain from Palafin.
That's gonna do a lot
of damage.
Is a hell of a drug, yeah.
I've been playing with that because I was like, but I missed my liquidation. It does more damage. I'm like, I don't really need that much damage.
Not off of Palafin's base attack.
Yeah.
It's Regigigas.
That's a whole other episode on the Dolphin. So 90 HP, 112 attack, 120 defense, 72 special attack, 70 special defense. That sucks. And then a 106 speed.
Yeah.
So that's kind of weird distribution.
It kind of wants your AV as well, just like its past version. And I'm just not seeing it. I'm not. Does it even get? I don't think it even gets Headlong Rush. Like.
I don't think so.
The other one does, right?
Nope.
So
only Hariyama and Great Tusk.
Yeah, so you're stuck with Earthquake. I don't even think it gets high horsepower.
I was just looking, and something that caught my eye because I was looking at its stats. The one interesting thing I think it gets Iron Defense and Body Press.
That's cute, except
cool.
it's not stab.
You can make it stab.
Fine.
If you have to Terra, Terra is not the answer to everything. You can do it once.
But okay, so you can Quark Drive if you boost your energy, get your defense up.
If you Quark Drive your defense to start body pressing things, that's
just saying.
Cute.
I'm just saying it gets that. It can be cute with that.
You can do stuff with it. It's not a bad mon because its base stats are really high, but it's not as good as the rest of them. That's
what it's just. It doesn't stack up to what else we have now. If it was the only one available, I'm sure it'd be great.
Yeah. Sure.
You know,
we're lacking good ground attackers, but
it is decently fast though. It's 106 speed.
That is its big advantage over its cousin, right? Is that it has a good speed tier,
and you get like knockoff.
Yeah, you can do things with it. I don't like it. I could be proven totally wrong. Someone could do something big with it in Orlando, and I wouldn't be like shocked. But I don't know.
Are you sure you wouldn't be shocked? It has a lot of electric coverage. Anywho,
moving on. So
Iron Bundle.
I think this is the second best Paradox Mon. I think it's really good. It's the fastest thing in the game now, and it gets booster energy, of course, which
also adorable.
Robo Delibird is great.
Yeah, it is one of the best looking ones.
Yeah. So interesting thing, it's kind of similar to Regieleki in that it is so fast with that booster energy that a lot of pretty fast mons in Tailwind still don't outspeed it.
Yeah.
Yep.
In Tailwind. I was looking at this. Adamant Palafin cannot outspeed Iron Bundle in Tailwind, even with 252 speed.
Wow. Does Jolly?
If you go Jolly, you can just barely do it. Yeah.
Okay. That makes sense.
But no one runs Jolly. But no one runs Jolly Palafin unless you're running.
Why would you run Jolly Palafin?
Maybe with Band, but yeah, like it yeah. It's a little silly.
So you hit about 268 speed. With booster energy?
With booster energy, you hit in 300s, I think. Let me pull this up.
No, it's 1.3. It's 206.
It's 1.5 times for speed. Everything else is 1.3.
Oh, 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Which I don't understand, but
It's so that it's just make
309.
speed.
So 309. Yeah,
Yeah.
309. Good grief. Yeah.
It's to make speed tiers easier to digest. Like you just
Yeah.
consider it a +1.
oh, sure. Okay.
But 309, like that is moving. That's faster than like chlorophyll Venusaurs.
Yep.
Like, if you're thinking about speeds, like
No,
Yep. It's
I don't like
pretty,
it, but
it's
I also
pretty-
love it.
pretty nuts. You need to hit 155 speed to beat it in Tailwind, and it gets
Yeah.
Icy Wind. So it's the new Regieleki, like without
Yeah.
without any doubt. And if you don't have your booster energy available, it still loves having Focus Sash. I think the one thing I don't like about it is that Hydro Pump misses.
Hydro Pump misses.
I miss Scald so much. If it had Scald, it would be like the perfect
Yeah.
Pond for me.
I will go down.
does it get any other than the chilling water?
Chilling Water is the only 100% accurate water move.
I mean, it gets Water Pulse, which is 10
Which
more
is
base
barely
power.
stronger, and the effect is worse. So yeah,
Yes.
Why is Whirlpool 85% accuracy for like one thing? That's stupid. Why
Oh,
are water moves like so inaccurate?
Water Special Mons really got the bad end of it this gen.
Yeah.
Like
There's
like Muddy
nothing that
Water-
replaced Scald in that base power and accuracy range.
I guess they were like they just were scared it would do too much damage with chilling water because they nerfed that move.
make it
'Cause it's
70
similar.
then. I don't care.
Yeah.
Like Jesus.
Make
it's
it
so
60, 65.
65,
Something.
70, like
yeah.
because Skull was 80, right? Skull was 80.
Which is still I want to say is still weaker
Still
than
low.
Moonblast.
Yes, it is low.
Like, whatever. Flamethrower exists.
But
we should have a water version
I
of
do
Flamethrower.
like
Yes.
chilling water for like utility if I need it, like if I'm looking for a move. And I like the -1 attack. That actually has
It's very
come in
nice.
handy for me because I've ran it on a few things now. But yeah, you're just not doing damage. And something like
Does-
this,
For what
Does
it's
this get
worth,
haze?
very fast chilling water is actually something to consider.
It does
if you
not
wanna
get
run a
haze.
If you want to run a completely supportive Iron Bundle.
but I think the most important thing to me is it gets freeze dry.
Yeah,
That is
freeze dry is
one
massive.
of the best moves in the game. I feel like, and it has been. I think since it came out, I think that's been one of the best offensive moves.
The team you sent me earlier today that had this, I just straight up picked it up, put it on my team. I love it. Freeze dry has been so helpful. Icy Wind, like you said.
And nothing gets freeze dry this gen either. Like, what gets freeze?
I mean,
like,
in
it's
general, not very much stuff gets freeze dry. Even in
Yeah,
previous
it's always
gens,
been
you're
a
looking at
very-
like,
So for
it's like
special-
Lapras and Kyurem.
special attackers we have to get it are Cryogonal. I didn't even know that was in the game.
Yep.
Glaceon and Iron Bundle. That's it. That's the only ones. Everything else is more of a physical attacker.
And in a gen where like everything can change types, not very much can actually wall Iron Bundle out. I think like Terrafire Gastrodon is like the only thing off the top of my head I can think of that can actually wall it. Because like I don't think there's a single type that resists water, ice, and freeze dry.
Because freeze dry,
Sure. Freeze dry
'cause,
is
like,
super effective against water type moves.
water.
Water type
Yeah.
Pokemon. Yeah.
yeah.
And then you have water for the fire types.
which usually you can water, you can wall an ice type, but not
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
freeze dry.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. And
Very
like
interesting.
and I'm running it on a rain team, Hydro Pump and rain off of the base 120 something special attack
hits.
that fast actually
That's
kind of
very
hits.
nice.
Yeah.
I love to see it miss so fast and so hard.
I don't click it unless I absolutely have to. But
It feels horrible, doesn't it? It's like when I hit Muddy Water. When I hit Muddy Water, like
I would take Muddy Water over this too, right?
now
Like, it's-
Muddy Water would be nice on it. I feel like if you could start getting accuracy drops,
Yeah.
that'd be nice.
Fast accuracy drops. Cool.
Okay.
That's Iron Bundle. I love it.
Moving on, Iron Hands.
This is your boy.
This is my favorite.
Yep.
This
Yeah.
is. I think it's the best Paradox Mon. I know that's contention.
Take it away.
I know there's other Paradox Mons that are very good. This thing has one. Let me pull up the stats so I don't make a mistake here. But I'm pretty sure
He's a thick boy.
He is thick with 11 C's. It's wild. 154 HP, 140 attack, 108 defense, 68 SPDEF. Speed is low, special attack is low. So
50s is what low is.
yeah,
Or
50
50
for each. Yeah, but it's so wild. Like that HP is so high that the SPDEF doesn't really matter. And if you smack an assault vest on it, then that SPDEF is almost 100.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So
yeah.
it goes up. It'd go up to 132, 122 with a like no investment.
So yeah, I was gonna
Yeah,
say,
it's-
do you what's the investment you'd like to put on iron?
So I
hands?
personally put no. So I'm running mine a little faster than most people do. Actually, I don't know if I should be giving away my sauce. I don't know if this is what I'm running in Orlando anyway. So whatever. Right now, I'm running it a little faster because I have Tailwind on my team.
You can say what the average is too.
Yeah.
Because I have
But
not used iron hands.
But what I like to do is not put any investment in HP and defense because it's just so bulky in those by default that it doesn't even need it. And if you just put some points, you put some investment in SPDEF and have an AV on it. I have taken some insane stuff on this, like Goldengo with Nasty Plot can't kill you with Shadow Ball. Like the Iron Bundle can't kill you with Hydro Pump and Rain. It does like 50% or something crazy. Like it just takes hits even on the special side so well, and then it's so strong that like CC and Wild Charge or Drain Punch and Thunder Punch, if you want to do like a bulkier set, I think I've seen people do like Swords Dance plus Drain Punch.
Yep.
It just hits, and like I think the only like it can be intimidated, but it's still strong enough that an intimidate boost isn't that awful. I think. Yeah, I don't know. Even burning is the only thing that really stops it, and it gets Facade.
Oh, fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah, no, that's all I've got. I don't know. Like it's just so good. It's bulky and it's strong.
Yeah.
And it
is.
And its speed is bad, but you can give it enough that Tailwind actually makes it faster than a lot of relevant stuff.
Also, it doesn't matter if it gets hit. It's so bulky.
And I've seen people run Vault Switch on it too because it gets Fake Out. So even though Vault Switch does no damage, you pivot and then you Fake Out again.
Yep. It actually gets pretty insane coverage. I haven't played with it much. I need to just kind of brought in my arsenal here, but
Ice Punch is pretty nice on it too. Yeah.
I mean,
Maybe
Iron
I'll
Head,
throw
it
this
gets
on the
play
team
rough. It
and
gets
kinda
play
build.
rough. You want to talk about
Play rough?
a mirror breaker? You could start running play rough on your Iron Hands.
Yep.
Oh.
Iron Head. I mean, Terror Blast. It could be whatever type you want, of course. But
Sure.
I mean, Rock Slide, Stomping Tantrum. Yeah, it gets a lot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Honestly, it's so bulky that I was looking up, and it's so bulky and its attack set is so high that you're barely doing any more with coverage in the mirror than you are just hitting it with CC.
Yeah.
So you might as it's just the faster one wins by hitting 2 CCs in a row.
Yeah, you could like, and the stats are just crazy though. Like the HP, no investment HP is 229. That's insane.
Wild, yeah.
Like, can you imagine this thing Dynamax?
No, wrong gem. Get out of here. We're not doing Nat Dex.
You could max HP this thing, and you have like 252, like or 552 or what, 22 HP
with no investment.
max.
Unreal. Yeah.
Like, that'd be great. Some of these would have been so fun with Dynamax, just looking at them. Oh man, some of this stuff.
Yeah. Well, speaking, mons that would have really appreciated Dynamax. Moving on, we have Iron Jugulus. This thing would have loved to click Airstream.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
So Dark Flying, it's kind of it's like Galarian's Moltres at home kind of thing. It's
Yes.
It's
doesn't have Fiery Wrath.
It does not. Yeah. It's only it's stronger and faster than Hydreigon, I think, but its defenses are bad, and its only flying coverage is Hurricane. So it's interesting. I think it could
Air Slash, and that's not the best.
Does it
move.
get Air Slash?
Yeah.
Okay, that's not terrible. Yeah, I mean, like in my mind, you can use it on a rain team, and then nothing else.
Yeah, you get your Hurricane, you get your Dark coverage, you get Tailwind.
It does get Tailwind. Yeah, so I mean, like, you could put that into like the same slot as that Dragonite or that Salamence I was mentioning earlier on a rain team, and it would do reasonably
Snarl.
well. But
Snarl is nice to have sometimes.
Yeah, it doesn't stand out to me, but I think you can find a niche for it.
Yeah, because I feel like it typically, like, a Dark flying types usually tend to find their way into the meta, from what it seems.
Yeah.
So I think there's a team out there for it. I don't know what it is,
but it's gonna be niche.
Yeah, because it's got the same coverage as Hydreigon. It's faster, like 3 less special attack, a little bit more HP, but its defenses aren't as good as Hydreigon's. So just a little bit faster. I don't know. I'm sure there's something there.
Something. this might be my favorite one by design, is Iron Moth.
This is pretty cool. This is the one I was talking about.
Yeah.
You can lower its special attack investment such that booster energy gives it a speed boost, and then you can use acid spray really fast and let your special attackers just rain down. I mean, it's kind of discount prankster fake tiers, but still, like, we don't have that, so it's very good.
And why does it not have Sludge Bomb?
That
is my
horrible.
biggest question.
Its best poison coverage is Sludge Wave. So, like, I've seen it next to, like, Terra Steel Fluttermane before, which is kind of cute, but still, like...
Legitimately, Acid Spray is its best poison coverage, which is sad. Like, that is its legit best poison coverage.
Oh, yuck.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's wild.
They like, that's something. It almost feels like the chilling water. It's like they were scared of it, so they just
didn't give
they
it
just
what
said,
it
"Oh,
needed.
we're not going to give
It's
it."
so weird to be scared of certain things and then just have the utterly busted tools in the rest of this
Yeah,
game. Right?
sure.
It's like we were scared of this, but we gave Goldango Make It Rain. Like, what were you doing?
What? Excuse me.
We play tested all of this. We did the legwork there.
Yeah, we have to make it rain beside a Haze Murkrow.
Right.
Venoshock?
Like,
Is there something there with Venoshock?
Is that physical? I
It's
don't
special.
know.
it's
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Venoshock is special.
it gets
it's 65.
Howard.
Yeah, I think you just want to click Sludge Wave at some point. I don't know. It's unfortunate, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because everything else, like, it's great. I think you got Heat Wave, you got, Energy Ball, Psychic, Dazzling Gleam. You still got Fiery Dance, Flash Cannon, Hurricane.
It's just that poison
You
coverage.
got all this other stuff that you can do, and then just you don't have your other stab, which would be really useful into all the fairies that are in the format
Right.
and all the grass types, all the Terra grasses that you see. It's
Which,
even
like,
better.
I guess to some point, Acid Spray at least like
Builds.
snowballs.
Yeah.
Right. But
it's worse.
you-
It's worse Lumina Crash.
yeah.
Yeah.
I unfortunately have to bounce here, so we only have 2 Paradox Mons, so I'm going to give my opinion real quick. Iron Thorns, garbage. Iron Valiant, underrated. You can run it as a mixed attacker. It's pretty neat. I think shout out to Sanito on the Georgia team who got second in a really big tour with Iron Valiant with Moonblast Close Combat.
Oh.
Actually pretty cool. You can Trick Room in Prison with it. You can run Taunt. You can run Icy Wind. It's got a lot of cool stuff on it.
Yeah. I mean, it's legit a Gardevoir Gallade hybrid.
Yeah, it's very cool.
Everything it can do.
I think it's great. Iron Thorns, utter trash. If any, I will eat a hat live on stream if someone cuts with it at Orlando.
You heard it
I
here
was about to
first.
say, I was waiting for like the caveat.
Yeah, no caveat. It's garbage.
If someone cuts with it, so okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
There's your challenge.
Determine what condiment goes best on hat. Yeah, I gotta run, y'all. I just recorded my team report for my San Diego team.
Oh, cool.
We'll put that up soon. But otherwise,
Look forward to that.
Press start, game on, and I hope y'all.
my phrase.
Yeah, your phrase. I stole it, and now I'm
Oh
out.
wow. Okay, fine.
No, for real. Yeah, sorry for bailing early.
Nope, you're
You're
good.
good, man.
Bye, everybody.
Yeah. See ya.
Bye. What he doesn't know is that I'll admit. Wait, is it still? You can hear me, right?
Yeah.
Oh, the. Okay, him leaving made Riverside freak out
Oh.
for a moment, at least on my end. What he doesn't know is that I'll admit that he has to leave because I was late. Otherwise,
we
he'd still
would.
be with us.
We'd have 15 more minutes.
Something like that. Anywho, that's the problem with having 3 people on a podcast. Iron
But
Thorns.
it's also the good thing because then you're not left by yourself.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Do we need to actually go over these? Because I actually,
I mean, he
We
said it
should.
best. I think. I
Yeah.
think Iron Thorns. It's unfortunate.
I wanted it to be good because I really wanted to have like a Mecha Godzilla thing
does
going
it-
on.
Yeah. See, because it wants the sand stream like T-Tar has with the rock typing for the special defense, which isn't that high. I mean, it's 84, which isn't bad.
Or
But I mean, you're quad weak to ground, which isn't fun.
yeah, that sucks. It's in any meta that sucks.
Yeah. Yeah, you're sacrificing a lot on this for like 10 more points in speed about compared to
Yeah, 'cause its
Tyranitar.
stats were very similar. I feel.
yeah, I still think T-Tars is a good bit better actually. So Iron Thorns has 100 HP, 134 attack, 110 defense, 84 special defense, and 72 speed. And let's compare that to Tyranitar, which is 100 HP, 134 attack, 110 defense, 100 special defense, and 61 speed.
Yeah, so you are...
Yeah. You're sacrificing a lot for 11 more points in speed.
Yeah, and
to still be slow.
Including special defense. So, like...
Yeah.
I think stat-wise, looking at it, it's not worth it.
Yeah. Like, your first 3 stats are the same, and then it gets a little funky from there.
Take out the special attack, that's fine, because you're going to run T-Tar mostly probably as a physical attacker. We had this conversation before. But when they got the stats originally. But like, I don't know.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, I think. Now, like, maybe you could steal some gains by not clicking the share your team sheet and having a funky Terra type.
Yeah, but if you're gonna do that on ladder, it means nothing.
And setting up like dragon dances and stuff, because it can do it can do all the stuff that T-Tar can do. It just doesn't do it as good. Yep. I think is basically the sentiment here.
But hey, if it top cuts, Rowan, you'd have had on stream.
Yeah. So I'm just trying to look and see if it gets anything that T-Tar does that stands out, and I just don't see anything.
I'm not seeing anything either.
It can area impulse.
Ooh.
I don't know what your area impulse is with 72 speed, but
so Iron Valiant. This is so to what Rowan was saying earlier. I didn't know I didn't know there was a cool set that did anything yet. I mean, I figured it existed. I just haven't found it. But I do want to do something with Iron Valiant because it just seems kind of cool.
Another
fairy fighting.
Another Ultra Beast type. Like this just feels like an Ultra Beast to me, just because of how its stats are. It's like a what was some of the Ultra Beasts that not necessarily Kartana, because its defenses are all fairly middling.
Yeah,
but its attacking stats are just so high.
So
it's close to a Pheromosa, I think is
sure.
What it reminds me of. It's similar to a Pheromosa, but it can do a lot more than Pheromosa too, I think.
So I'm looking at the stats: 74 HP, 90 defense, and 60 special defense. 60 is its lowest stat.
Yeah,
that kind of sucks because it does look like it's frail and wants to hold an AV or a sash.
Focus sash. Yeah.
It's like that's not ideal, but running 130 attack, 120 special attack, and 116 speed.
Yep. It
looks like it's slightly more than a glass cannon.
Yeah. I think it definitely is.
Yeah.
Because as Rowan was saying, like, you can imprison Trick Room with it.
Yep.
Which is always handy if you need that on your team. I'm just looking at, it gets all the stuff that pretty much anything Gardevoir and Gallade gets. So it still gets Wide Guard. You still set up.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can still set up. You could do Swords Dance, anything like that. You got your Imprison Trick Room. You could Hypnosis, I guess, if you wanted to. Want to get cute. You got all like the quick guards like Gallade. The coverage is really good.
Yeah,
I think it has it's got the Leaf Blades, the Sacred Swords. I think maybe not.
I think it's Sacred Sword.
Close combat. Nah.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. So
Sacred
just
Sword
close combat is super strong stab. Did they give this thing play rough too?
Oh, dude.
I don't see it.
Nope. No play rough. Huh.
I see they kept that up. Like they don't want to give the Fast Fairies play rough for some reason.
Well, fast physical fairy, because there's not a lot of physical fairy moves. Is it just play rough?
Yeah.
Okay. That's why there's not a lot. There's only one. So this thing gets Moonblast. It gets I like Brick Break for screens. If you wanted to stick with one of the attacks, it gets Aura Sphere too.
Yeah, it still gets Aura Sphere, which is it's not a bad stab. 80 base power, never misses.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
And you get Icy Wind, you get Knockoff. So you have a lot of options. You can do a lot with it.
I feel like it's gonna.
Nice.
I feel like if you make this thing just wrong, it will severely suffer from 4-move slot syndrome.
Yes.
Right. Like you can easily do a lot with it.
Yeah. And I feel like this is something that could be scary. Just like on the in-game ladder, just because you don't know what it's going to be.
Yeah.
Like if you have a Grim Snarl, like what do? Reflect or light screen? Like
Sure.
you don't know. You're not going to know until it clicks a move.
I mean, even
There's a good thing about having open team sheets though, because then you will have an idea of what to suspect. But
and even if the cork drive goes off and you see, attack or special attack, that
it
doesn't
could also be
necessarily.
speed.
It could be speed if you really mess with your stats, because that's not really messing
Yeah,
up.
you
can make
it's
it work.
close enough.
Yeah, I think if it was Jolly or something, or
yeah, if you Jolly or Timid, you can easily.
would you want to go Jolly or Timid? I guess if you are focusing on one, like one or the other, right? Because you have options. If you go mixed attacker, what nature do you go with?
That's a good question.
Neutral nature.
You would have to go do a lot of calcs.
Yeah.
Like I'd almost be inclined to like you could go negative special defense because it's already so low. Like, what's a few more points?
What's another 10% or whatever, and then you just slap
if you
an AV on it anyway.
Negative nature, you lose 8 points. Like that's not much.
Not too bad.
Yeah,
that's
an option.
So.
Yeah, but that's something you need to sit down and do some calcs for. I can't do that off the top of my head.
Yeah, I agree. That's it. That's all the Paradoxmon. Oh, they had the Bulbapedia page has all its stats in one spot. I didn't even see that. And scroll down all the way.
So does Cerebi has them right on the side, dude.
Using
Cerebi?
All Paradox? All of Paradox?
Yeah.
Cerebi. Paradox? Yeah, you're right. It is all there, ain't it?
Mm-hmm.
Anywho.
Thank you, Cerebi Joe, for making a great website.
That's very true. That's very, very true. Okay. What else? Any other Paradox thoughts? Para thoughts?
They're strong. They're Ultra Beast.
Are they shaking up the meta on ladder the way we thought they were?
Yes, I think so. Like so if you played the preseason, I feel like you have a good feel for what's going to be strong. I feel like what was strong then is strong now, and so we're just kind of building off of that at this point.
Yep.
So there's going to be developments, but what we thought was strong is strong.
Yeah. Yep. I think that's fair.
So I'm not surprised by anything. So. They're fun though. It's fun. Series 2, I think Series 2 is a lot of fun so far. I'm actually really enjoying it.
I think I'm enjoying Series 2 more than Series 1. Like I did enjoy Series 1. I enjoyed Series 1 a whole lot, and I was very excited. But I think where we're going with Series 2 is
I like the gameplay better.
Yeah, and like the direction we're seeing the meta go a little bit, like by which I mean away from Dondozo. I've still seen them on ladder and they still do work. Right, like
it's just a little bit different. Like I feel like the power level kind of crept up on it. So
yes,
you're hitting it harder.
Yes,
you can remove it easier.
Absolutely.
But even after the San Diego, like it didn't win, but I still think it was the best thing in the meta. I think even in Series 1. Sure. Like I personally I think it's great. Like I don't want to play anything else in that series because I'm just like. I
also think that like for Dondozo, if you played it right and played it well, which means right, it was that. And then if you didn't play it well or you didn't know how to play around it, it was annoying. Because like I had a Dondozo team that I didn't do enough editing with, like tweaking, while I was on the ladder. Because I locked it in for like some tournaments and stuff. So I just used that. And I did not get the satisfaction of playing Dondozo like y'all did. That's fine because I knew what I wasn't doing.
It will leave your soul quickly though if you get on the ladder and you turn into a wet noodle fight like I did like last stream the other day. That was horrible. I went to time. I had 3 Pokemon left and they were down to like just a Dondozo and we were just smacking each other. We couldn't do anything. And it went to time. I was like, what is going on?
That's tough.
Like, why are you making me go through this? You're going to lose.
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's it for Paradoxmon, especially since we started talking about the catfish. So, quick news stuff, because I have this pulled up. Again, thanks to Cerebi. So this weekend, starting shortly after this episode comes out, we have the... Oh, I can't read. Greninja's not this week. This week is...
Drifloom and
Miss Magus. Yes.
Yeah.
Miss Magus. Is that right? Am I...
Yeah.
Yes, that is. The 20th.
Until January.
20th to the 22nd. Yes.
Yep.
Okay. And then following the 27th to 29th and the 10th through the 13th, so 2 weeks from now and then 4 weeks from now, is the next 7-star raid of Poison type Greninja.
Yep.
So that's exciting.
Yeah.
Haven't seen Greninja for a bit.
I hate 7-star raids, man. Oh man,
I did this 7-star raid for Cinderace, and it's the system is flawless. Let me tell you that.
Oh my gosh!
Because the HP bar was half full, and then suddenly it died, and I'm like, that doesn't make any sense.
I've always had the opposite problem with raids. Like I've had them like go all the way to 0, and then all of a sudden their shield comes up and they're at half health, and you're like, seriously, like what is? I don't understand. I just press buttons. I just press buttons every now because it feels like it's completely random. Like just it's like a gotcha. Yeah, it's like a gotcha game. Like you're just tapping things.
Conveniently, though, the slow bros that everyone is using for Cinderace could potentially still be very good for the Greninja.
There you go.
So look forward to that. And also, I imagine some good Steel type will come out of this too. But that's coming up soon. And then, of course, we have Orlando is in a couple weeks, like we already said. Yep. I think that's all for news outside of us.
Yes.
Do we have any fun news?
I think we do.
What fun news do we have?
We're going to start running some best threes more than just a battle corner.
Yes. So I don't think you guys responded to me when I said we should call it the practice corner. You know, TPC.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. Work in progress. We'll let it simmer. See if people like it.
The practice corner. The practice corner inside TPCI.
And I was about to say international, but it's like no,
you can't do. That's too close. Too close. Too close to the sun. Yeah.
Papa
so
Pikachu's gonna come for us.
So I think we're looking at either Thursday night or Friday night is kind of the two prevailing nights that we're gonna do this, or maybe both, depending on who's where the interest lies. So when you're listening to this tonight on Thursday, we'll have added some channels and stuff specifically to this in the Discord. So make sure if you haven't already, join the Discord and link down below. And then we'll try and have one of us available, or multiple of us available, and try and kind of get that ball rolling in the community to like have a almost dedicated time where people know that they can come get some best of 3 practice.
Yes.
And team building and everything. And yeah, I was when we were talking about it, I was like, yeah, because I need the practice. So if I can get people,
it's convenient for me.
Yeah. But in reality, this is something we want to do, to some extent for the community anyway. But have again just a team building session. We can all get together, maybe get on voice chat, or at least get on get people at their computers, at Discord to bounce ideas off each other, practice, etc., etc. Probably all on Showdown because it's just gonna be easier that way to brew up teams and much quicker. So look forward to more details for that. Get in the Discord server. If you're already there, we'll make an announcement. Yada yada yada, all that fun stuff. What other fun news do we have?
We have more fun news.
That's a cool hat you have.
Oh, it is. You like it?
And a cool shirt you have.
I know. Look at this. Look at this.
So if you're watching the video,
swag.
If you're watching the video version on Spotify or on YouTube, then yes, Sheldon went and made up some Game Corner swag, merch stuff. Is that publicly available?
It should be. It should be live.
Okay.
The store should be live.
That's on your. Send me the links. I'll put the links down below for that.
Yep.
We need to figure out how to do that, or what we want to do with that in the future.
Yeah.
For now,
We'll figure it out.
the link will be down below in the description on both Spotify and YouTube.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I got nothing else now.
Yeah. I think we did the episode.
What are we talking about next week?
It's a good question.
We'll figure that out later.
Luckily, we have a week in between.
Because we're always so prepared.
There's also one thing. Hopefully, by then we will have a new champion of the Battle Corner, which could be me.
Oh yeah. By the time this airs, it might be one. It'll hopefully be one of you guys. Do you have your final?
Still waiting on the last semifinals match.
Oh, okay. I thought it was further than that. So on that note, we'll discuss, and hopefully by the next episode, we'll have the next Battle Corner, details ironed out, iron hands out.
Yeah.
There's a pun there somewhere. Yeah. So that'll be good. We'll announce that in a week, hopefully, or very close to it. Let us know if you prefer the long form asynchronous tournament of the Battle Corner, or if you'd like us to host like a 1-day tour, a sit down and run, so many rounds of Swiss, or a bracket tour.
Top cut or something.
Yeah, let us know what you like. We want to cater to y'all as much as we can. So I think that's it. Yeah, we don't know what next week is, so that's fine. But I'd like to say thank you to RobKTA and Game Chops for the use of our theme song, Goldenrod Game Corner, off of the Ultraball album. I've been Harrison. You can find me on Twitter and eventually Twitch at Ixen, Ixen. I am now the lapsed streamer on the podcast, so
yes,
y'all can give me crap for that. Hopefully things are settling down and I want to get back into it. So maybe even this week. Who knows? We'll see. Not me. I don't know. Rowan gave his plugs already, so go look at his team report here soon, hopefully on his YouTube, if it's not already up. And who are you?
And I am Sheldon. You can find me at Captain_Unova on Twitter and Captain Unova on Twitch, which I will be there probably Thursday or Friday. Is my stream times. Here Friday lately more, but
I was gonna say it's been Friday. I thought
we'll see. It kind of depends on how my Thursday goes.
Sure.
One of those days though, I'll be live. It's my New Year's resolution to myself is I'm going to have at least 52 streams this year.
Ooh, that's a good number. It's like one a week.
Yeah,
something like that.
At the very least, I'm going to have 52. So.
Okay, I should have made self commitments. I've already broken them. All right, and then we have been the Game Corner. You can find us on Twitter at Game Corner VGC. You can find us on Spotify and YouTube. Anywhere down below. You can. There's a bunch of links there. If you'd like to support us on Patreon, that would be great. We would appreciate that. It just kind of helps us, show that you can show your appreciation that way, and then everything that we get from Patreon goes right back into the podcast to do things, right? Whatever it is for the community that we can think of to do.
I can give out I can give out some swag.
Yes, we can.
So you can wear it to regionals.
Yeah, do stuff like that.
Yeah.
But so, thank you to our patrons who exist now. You also get your name in the credits of the podcast. That happens if you are watching the video version. And we have just a single tier at $1. Which we'll flesh that out more later eventually, maybe. Who knows? Whatever. And of course, Discord down below as well. Make sure you join that so you can participate in the practice corner, name pending. And then we will have...
And the Battle Corner.
And the Battle Corner. And listen to the Game Corner, get all those notifications.
And also just kind of chat it up sometimes if you just want to come and hang out.
Yeah, we're getting more and more people in the Discord. We're getting more and more kind of just conversations going, both on and off topic of Pokemon and video games in general. So cool. Oh, the other fun thing to get in Discord is every Friday Sheldon posts his cool food.
Oh yeah, wherever I go for lunch. Yeah,
his lunch. That's my I always look forward to that. All right, that's it for us. Until next time, Rowan already said it, but I'll say it again. Press start and game on. Bye.
Later, everybody.
I have nothing. I have nothing for the post. I have no thoughts to actually continue right now.
Yeah, I feel like we actually did a complete show, and like we stuck to what we were going to talk about, and we actually did it for once.
Which is shocking. Yeah,
I know, especially because Rowan left us, and he left us alone, unsupervised.
Yeah,
that's usually whenever we go off the deep end.
We do. Have you listened to the last episodes? No, you were there. Whatever.